In this video, we'll do another example of function overloading. Okay. For that, I have created another class in the same project with the name overload2. Okay. This is the class I have created for the second example of function overloading. Okay. Now, what we have to do in this? The question is, create following overloaded functions. There are two functions. Class name have not been given. So you can take any class name. I have taken overload2 as this is the second example of overloading of function. Okay. Now, question is create following overloaded functions. Two overloaded functions will be there with the same name. Obviously, same name will be there. Then only you can perform overloading. Void calculate. Void means function will not return any value. Okay. Void calculate is the name of function. There will be two calculate function in the same class overload2. See, in the class overload2, I have defined two functions with the same name, but they are having difference in their signature. Okay. In first calculate, there are 3 parameters. In second calculate function, there are 2 parameters. Okay, so there is a difference in their function signature. The names are same. Okay, so function overloading will be done in this case. Fine. The question is, create following overloaded function. First, void calculate. 3 parameters will be there: integer x, integer y, character ch. Okay, in the first function you will be receiving 3 parameters, 2 will be integers and 1 will be char type. Now what you will do in this function with arguments x and y and ch to print the sum of x plus y if value of ch is small s or capital S. Otherwise, print the product of x and y. Okay. This is the question part 1. Void calculate int x, int y, char ch with arguments x, y and ch to print the sum of x and y if value of ch is small s or capital S. Otherwise, print the product of x and y. Means you will check the value of ch. If ch is having small or capital S, then you have to perform some addition. You will be adding x plus y. Okay. And if other than small s or capital S, other value will be there, character, then you need to multiply them. Okay, in that case. Fine. Now, the second part of question is, the second void calculate function will be receiving 2 parameters. Both are of character type. Now what you have to do in this, with 2 characters st and ch, to convert value of st you need to convert in lower case if ch is small s or capital S. Otherwise, convert st in uppercase. Then you have to print the value of st and ch both. Now, question will be clear. I am just going to explain you once more. You have to create a class. Any name you can take because the name has not been given for the class. So I have taken overload2. Then function overloading is there. It means with the same name more than one function. And the name of function has been given calculate. No return type. It is mentioned in the question that void should be there. Okay. So void calculate. 2 void calculate functions are there. One is receiving 3 parameters, 2 are integer and 1 is character, and 1 is receiving 2 characters. Fine. Now what you have to do in first calculate. There will be two integers. Now you will check for the value of character. If the character is small s or capital S, then you have to print the result of addition of x and y. Otherwise, you will be printing the product of x and y. And in the second function, calculate, you are receiving two characters. The first character, you have to change the case of first character on the basis of value of second character ch. You will check the value of ch. If it is small s or capital S, then you have to change the value of st to lowercase. Otherwise, if ch is not equal to s or capital S, then you have to print st in uppercase. Okay? Then you are asked to print the st and the changed character, st and ch both. Okay? Just add one more statement in your program to print the st also. I have not written for st. Okay? So this is the question. Now what we have to do? Created main method. Okay? We have to show the function overloading. It means we have to show the concept of overloading. So we need to call functions so that we can see. You can see I am calling calculate function 2 times. Okay? Calculate, calculate. Now which calculate will be invoked first and which calculate function will get invoked secondly? It depends upon the signature of function. Okay? Signatures will be matched. Okay? Because the names are similar. Calculate, two calculate are there. So the number and type of parameters will be matched. In this, we are through first statement, we are calling calculate function, which is receiving three parameters, two integers and one character. So the number of parameters will be matched and the type of parameters will be matched, and this statement, function call statement, matches with this. So this will get invoked. What will happen in this? We are passing the values directly. Okay, you can take the values from user also. Then in that case you will be writing scanner statement here. Util package you will be importing, scanner statement, then sopln, enter a number, then sc.nextInt you will be storing within a variable, then enter second number, sc.nextInt, store in second variable, then you will pass the variable names here. You will be writing variable names. Okay, in this I have passed the values directly. Okay, if there is no compulsion that you have to take the values from the user, you can pass them directly also. Then I have passed the character directly. Fine. So this is just to show you, to explain you how function overloading works. Okay. So in your program, you can make these changes. You can take the values from the user of character and integers also. So this will get invoked. First calculate function will get invoked when the first statement of void main will get executed. Control goes here. In this, I have taken a variable to store the result. I have written a condition, and the condition is, it is clear from the question language, if ch double, if the value of character is small s or capital S. So if ch double equals to small s or ch double equals to capital S, either is true, then we have to store x plus y within R. Then we are storing the sum of two numbers into R. Otherwise, in case if ch is not having small s or capital S, then what will happen? Product of x and y will be stored in R. And whatever the result, addition or multiplication, whatever the result, we are printing that. Okay. So result will be depending upon the character. If small s, capital S, then x plus y, otherwise x into y. In this case, we have passed 2, 4 and small a. So, condition is true? No. Small a doesn't matches with a small s or capital S. Okay. So, condition is false. Then what will happen? Else will get executed. Means 2 into 4. 8 will be there as output. Remember. Fine. Now come to public static void calculate. 2 characters we are receiving. So, after execution of this function, control will be back, okay, to the next statement, that is calculate a comma x. Now, which calculate will get invoked? This one, which is receiving 2 characters, okay. So, now control comes over here, then this line will get executed. What we have to do in this? We have to check if the value of ch is small s or capital S, then we will convert the value of st we have passed, we will convert the value of st to lowercase, otherwise to uppercase. Fine. So, if ch double equals to small s or ch double equals to capital S, either is true. Ch equals to character is the class dot to lowercase is function to convert a character to lowercase. In the bracket we give the character which we need to convert. Okay. So ch equals to character dot to lowercase st. Fine. We are converting st to lowercase and storing that within ch. Now else, otherwise if the character is not small s or capital S, then character dot to uppercase. Okay. Then we are printing system.out.println ch. In question it has been mentioned that you have to print value of st also. So you please add one more statement sopln st. Fine. Now the values we have passed in the second calculate, that is a and x. So value of ch in this case, we have fixed values actually. I have passed the values directly so I can see what will be the result. Otherwise, if you are taking value from the user, you will not be able to answer beforehand. Why? Because you don't know what character will be entered by the user. Okay, but here I can say, as I am watching that x is there, so the character value is not small s or capital S, then what will happen? st will be converted to uppercase. That is, small a will be converted to uppercase. So capital A will be there. For first calculate, the answer will be 8. Okay. As in this also, the value of character is not small or capital S. That is why product will be done. And in this case, uppercase. Okay. Now compile your program. Close this window. Run your program. Main function. Okay. Here's the output. 8 and 8 as I told you earlier. Okay. Why? Because in the first calculate the numbers were 2 and 4 and the condition was, and we passed small a I think. So that is not equal to small s or capital S. That is why product is there. 2 into 4, 8. And in second case, the character is not a small or capital S in ch, the value. So st is converted to uppercase. The value of st was small a. That is why. Okay.